In 2025, a Wall Street Journal investigation uncovered something the RV industry had been hiding for a decade. From 2015 to 2024, Forest River, owned by Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway, issued more recalls than any United States automaker or RV manufacturer. Not any single car brand. Every single one. More than GM, more than Ford, more than Toyota. A trailer manufacturer with a fraction of the output was recalling units at a scale the automotive world had not seen. Workers were inserting wrong fuses because the factory had run out of the right ones. Screws were puncturing microwaves during assembly. Furnace flues were misaligned and nobody caught it because the inspector who was supposed to check them had quit a month earlier. This is not an anomaly. This is not a bad batch. This is the operating model of an industry that controls 90% of the North American RV market. And it is actively selling you a rolling fire risk at a premium price. If you recently bought a new RV from a major brand, or you are about to, this is the information they did not want you to find. Number 1. Airstream Bambi. Models made before 2015, used models. How industry consolidation drives recalls. Here is the reality of the recreational vehicle industry in 2025. 3 manufacturers, Thor Industries, Forest River, and Winnebago, control approximately 90% of the North American market. Thor alone owns more than 30 brands. Forest River owns dozens more. These are not competitors. These are subsidiaries wearing different logos, produced in the same Elkhart, Indiana complex, assembled by piecework labor paid per unit, not per hour, which means they are financially incentivized to build fast, not build right. In a single recent year, Thor recalled more than 156,000 recreational vehicles. Forest River recalled nearly 200,000. Winnebago recalled more than 125,000. That is nearly 500,000 recalled units from the 3 companies in 12 months. The Indianapolis Star ran a 4-part investigative series on this. The industry media buried it. The Wall Street Journal followed up years later. The industry media buried that too. You are not a customer to these companies. You are a unit shipped. To understand why your new travel trailer that cost $80,000 leaks within 2 camping seasons, you have to understand how it gets built. Recreational vehicles are almost entirely hand-assembled. There is no robotic welding line, and there is no automated quality inspection. There is a human being in an Elkhart factory who gets paid when they finish a unit, not when they finish it correctly. Employees are paid by the unit instead of a straight hourly wage, and they can leave once they hit their quota. Read that again. They can leave when they hit their number. The incentive structure does not reward quality, it punishes slowness. A worker who takes extra time to properly seal a roof membrane makes less money than a worker who slaps it down and moves on. A factory that runs short of the correct fuse installs the wrong one and ships the unit anyway because stopping the line costs more than the recall will. The quality control architecture is inverted. Speed is the product, and the RV is a byproduct. Between 2020 and 2021, the recreational vehicle industry experienced a demand surge unlike anything in its history. Americans, trapped by pandemic restrictions, discovered road travel. Recreational vehicle shipments hit record highs. Manufacturers hired rapidly, trained minimally, and cranked out units at a pace the industry had never sustained. Workers with weeks of experience were assembling complex 35-foot fifth wheels with electrical systems, plumbing, slide mechanisms, and structural frames. The result was a generation of recreational vehicles, the 2020 through 2023 model years, that experienced accelerated delamination, water intrusion, slide-out failures, frame stress cracking, and electrical fires at rates that exposed just how thin the quality margin had always been. Then the market corrected. By 2023 and 2024, shipments dropped from pandemic highs to around 313,000 units annually. Thor laid off hundreds of workers. Forest River ran furloughs. The factories slowed, but the units they already built are sitting in driveways across America, quietly failing. If you are shopping used RVs and targeting anything built between 2020 and 2023, you are buying the worst production run in the industry's modern history. Let's talk about what you are actually buying when you walk onto a dealer lot. You see a Keystone Montana, you see a Heartland Bighorn, you see a Coachman Apex. These names sound independent. They sound like different companies with different quality standards, different engineering teams, different legacies. They are not. Keystone is Thor. Heartland is Thor. Dutchman is Thor. DRV is Thor. Coachman is Forest River. Palomino is Forest River. Prime Time is Forest River. The brand on the badge is a marketing decision. The factory, the labor model, the recall rate, the piecework incentive structure, those are shared. In 2025, Thor moved Heartland under Jayco's umbrella, consolidating operations to cut costs. Dealers did not announce this. Marketing materials did not flag it. The badge still says Heartland. The product is now a cost optimization exercise wearing a legacy name. They call this operational alignment. You can call it what it is, brand dilution executed on your dime. Now here is where the analysis changes, because not every manufacturer operates this way. There are builders, mostly smaller, often family-owned or independent, who grew slowly, focused on narrower product lines, and obsessed over consistency in ways the volume giants structurally cannot. Here are 5 budget-accessible models with documented track records of longevity. Airstream Bambi, built before 2015, used models are available with a riveted aluminum shell, no wood framing to rot, and no laminated sidewall to delaminate. A 1985 Airstream can still be fully functional today. Used models exist well under $30,000 and will outlast any new $60,000 laminate wall trailer on the lot. The shell is the warranty. Winnebago Micro Mini from 2016 to 2019 model years. Before the COVID surge inflated production speed and before quality control systems were overwhelmed, the Micro Mini represented one of Winnebago's most consistent lightweight builds. Under 21 feet, manageable weight, fiberglass sidewalls on select trims. Buy used from this window specifically. Forest River Cherokee Wolf. Pup built before 2020 production, yes, Forest River appears on this list, but with a caveat and a time window. Pre-pandemic Wolf pups, particularly 2017 through 2019 production, are lightweight, have documented owner satisfaction above brand averages, and come with straightforward mechanical layouts that independent mechanics can service without proprietary tools. Northwood Arctic Fox. 22G. Any year. Northwood Manufacturing operates on a different philosophy. Robust steel frame construction. True 4-season insulation with enclosed underbellies. Conservative design evolution. They do not redesign for the sake of marketing cycles. Arctic Fox trailers from 2010 are still being actively used by full-timers. New units are priced around $35,000 to $45,000. The build quality justifies every dollar of that spread over anything the big three produce at the same price. Oliver Travel Trailer Legacy Elite 2, fiberglass clamshell construction. No wood in the structure. Built in Hohenwald, Tennessee, not Elkhart. A waiting list exists because production is intentionally limited. The manufacturer's suggested retail price is around $70,000, which places a used unit above the budget for some buyers. But a used Oliver retains value better than any Thor or Forest River product because the construction does not fail. Buying used here is still buying right. The math the industry never shows you is the depreciation curve on a new RV versus the true cost of a properly selected used unit. A new $75,000 travel trailer from a major brand loses 20% of its value the moment it leaves the lot. By year 5, it has depreciated to roughly 40 to 50 cents on the dollar if the market is cooperative, and less if it has had water intrusion, slide failures, or recall-related structural issues, which statistically it will. A used Northwood Arctic Fox purchased for $28,000 with 40,000 miles of documented use depreciates almost nothing over the next 5 years because the residual quality is already proven. The industry needs you buying new because the profit margin on new units is where their business model lives. Dealer finance offices make additional money on extended warranties that often exclude the exact failure modes most likely to occur: delamination, roof membrane failure, and slide seal degradation. They call these exclusions standard coverage parameters. You can call them pre-designed denial architecture. If you are financing an RV, the exposure compounds. In 2025, the average RV loan rate sits around 8.5%. On a $75,000 unit financed over 12 years, you are paying close to $120,000 total. For a product that industry data and independent owner surveys show has a median time to first significant defect of under 18 months of active use, you are paying $120,000 over a decade for something that is likely to need $3,000 to $8,000 in repairs before you have made your first 24 payments. And because dealers understand warranty denial language better than you do, those repairs frequently come out of your pocket regardless of coverage claims. The game is designed so that by the time you fully understand the product you bought, you are financially committed enough that walking away feels impossible. The finance office knows this. The manufacturer counts on it. The dealer service department is a secondary profit center built around the inevitability of what the factory already knew would fail. Here is how you protect yourself. 5 specific moves, no ambiguity. Number 1. Avoid production from 2020 to 2023 from any Big 3 brand. The COVID surge production window represents the highest defect concentration in modern RV history. Steer around it completely. 2. Demand an independent pre-purchase inspection before signing anything. Not the dealer's in-house technician. Use an independent RV inspector who is NRVA certified and who has no relationship with the selling dealer. Expect to pay $300 to $500. It will save you thousands. 3. Identify the actual manufacturer before you walk onto the lot. Use the NHTSA recall database and RV owner forums to look up the parent company of any brand you are considering. If it traces back to Thor or Forest River, you now know what quality control architecture built it. Number 4. Buy the oldest version of a proven independent brand, rather than the newest version of a volume brand. A 2014 Arctic Fox in good condition is a better investment than a 2024 Keystone Montana. Age in a well-built trailer means proven durability. Age in a piecework trailer means documented failure. 5. Reject dealer financing outright. Go to a credit union before you set foot on the lot. Show up with your financing already structured. The dealer's finance office exists to extract margin, not to serve your interests. The RV industry's marketing tells you that freedom costs $80,000 and a 12-year loan, that the newest model with the most slide-outs and the largest residential refrigerator is the right way to buy, that the brands you recognize are the brands you can trust. Every one of those claims is engineered to serve the manufacturer's margin, not your experience on the road. The Wall Street Journal investigated. The Indianapolis Star investigated. Industry journalists looked away. The recalls kept coming. The piecework kept running. The fire risks kept shipping. This is not accidental quality failure. This is the structural output of an incentive system built to produce units, not to produce reliability. You do not have to participate in it. A properly selected used trailer from a reputable independent manufacturer will outperform, outlast, and outvalue anything the Big 3 put on a dealer lot in the last 5 years. Buying smart is not settling for less. In an industry built to sell you new every 5 years, buying right once is the ultimate act of refusal. I work for you, not them.